All right, here's video number 4 in the basement ceiling project. As of today, taping as well as sanding is complete. Major part of the renovation, part of the project. And yeah, the taping doesn't look that great, does it? But boy, I have all new respect for working on ceilings versus walls. I mean, not only do I have so many inside corners where the ceiling meets the wall or the soffit, I mean, even mudding the ceiling, you can't get where I couldn't get the mud consistency where I really wanted to tape it because stuff kept falling on the floor. So the mud has to be thick enough to stay up on the ceiling. Of course, you're working up over your head. And that's never pleasant. It's hard. You get tired. So none of my tape joints really look that great. They're not, I mean, they're adequate. They're just not straight. I didn't go too crazy with the sanding on the ceiling. I mean, there's a lot of mud up there still in these flat joints. As you can see, you can't see the tape. Usually, I could see the tape when I'm done. But since I'm texturing the ceiling, all I wanted to do is get rid of mainly the high spots. I mean, it's even hard to feather the tape joint like you could on a wall. But I do have pretty decent corners wherever I have these inside corners. They're not bad. And then since the walls are smooth, I had to pay particular attention to the wall part of the corner. Make it nice and smooth so we won't be able to see, you know, what we did here. I want to pay particular mention of this here soffit. What I'm going to do is the vertical sections, I'm going to paint them the color of the wall. And then I'm only going to texture the underside here. So I got it pretty smooth. I mean, it's not wall quality. The vertical parts are. I spent a lot of time mudding those. I went 3 times mudding those. And I spent a lot of time sanding the vertical section here. So it's nice and smooth. The underneath is smooth, but it's not quality, you know, of a smooth wall. It'll be adequate, however, for my knockdown texture. But boy, whole new appreciation for working on drywalling ceilings after this. Wow. Really tiring sanding all this today. It's even hurting holding up my phone to take this video because I'm holding it high and my arms are killing me. I did these long horizontal seams today, and then yesterday I did the soffit, which took a long time to sand, and then all of the corners on this side. So I did the soffit and this small side, if you will, yesterday. And that took many hours to get right, to get to where I wanted it to be without going too crazy. A lot of mud up there, definitely. You can see paper sanded rough enough to have the paper show through or sand through to the paper. Not a good thing, obviously, but it shows you the thickness of my mud And what I was mentioning earlier, it was hard to get the mud the same consistency as you would your wall tape joints. So bedding that tape is harder on the ceiling, obviously. And then trying to keep it straight. My gosh. You know, at least when you're doing the taping on the wall, you could see if you're straight or not. But when you're working over your head, you can get crooked real quick with the tape. So I guess this is, you know, a DIYer's experience, right? First time you ever do something. I mean, I have done a couple pieces of ceiling before, but nothing as large as this one. When I did the renovation of the porch, I put a couple, you know, it was maybe 2 4x8 sheets, finished that ceiling job. So okay, that's my taping. That's the sanded taping. We're all ready for texture. Not quite sure when I'm going to get to that. Maybe wait till the weekend. I want to focus on doing it right. I bought 50 pounds of ceiling and wall texture at Lowe's. So we'll mix that from dry powder, get the consistency just right. Bought a nice little sputter gun, all ready to go. Got my compressor. So I'm anxious to get started, but may wait. You can see I got the lights just hanging now, so that I can texture. But I do need the light to do the work. So got to have them like that. Kind of cast weird shadows, so kind of helped me during the sanding because I could see shadows, or even use the light to get the spots that, so I could take a good look at it. Also used a headlamp so that I can really see well. Okay, so that's it. This video is getting to be 7.5 minutes now. I'm just about ready for texturing, and we'll take another video when that's finished. Until then, I mean, you can see how tired I am. I'll see you in the next video.